Good morning from Silicon Valley again. This is Marco Marinucci with another Mind the Chat. Today we have the pleasure to have with us two friends from BNP Paribas. Welcome to Nathalie Doré, Chief Digital and Acceleration Officer, and Andreas Lambropoulos, Head of Company Engagement of BNP Paribas Investment and Protection Services. So good to see you again, Nathalie and Andreas.
Good to see you. Hello. Hello, everybody.
It's been a full year since we last had this conversation. So I'm glad to see you today. Actually, this time with no masks on. So clearly, that's a sign of the present, although it's changing very rapidly. Before we get started, I think this is the occasion of this interview is because of your new award. BNP Paribas has been awarded among the top corporate startup stars of 2021. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the award, and we are very happy and proud of this award.
Very good. And I think this is a clear testament of the good work that you as a group have been doing over the years on different activities of open innovation. Last year, we went deeper in the structure and in all the different areas of the company where you operate the different programs, whether it's through investments on internal accelerators or external accelerator entrepreneurship. So there's a whole mix of activities that you've been doing. So we suggest the listeners to go and refer to the recording from last year. But this is the world of innovation, so expect things to change sometimes very quickly. And so that first question that I would have for you to take it from where we left it. And so basically, from all the different programs that you've been coordinating, what's been new for this last year in 2021? Is there any specific program you want to highlight in sense of new activities or specific development?
Yeah, sure. So actually, there are a few. First of all, we talk about our innovation factories, and the Bivouac is the accelerator of the group, hosting lots of projects. So giving birth to 60 projects, and we have also European and Asian innovation factories at full speed, having projects that are multi-métier. So for the bank, it's a big strength, and we are just releasing the retirement platform. We talked about the platform last time. We said it was a big topic for us, and we have this retirement platform called Mon Demain to prepare what will be your retirement days. So that was very exciting to work on this project and to see BNP Paribas different business units working together. So that's the first news I wanted to share with you. The second one, more on the investment side, because we talk about, Operatech, Entrepreneur, they are still working very well. And on the entrepreneur side, we added a new thesis of investment, making more room for impact. So now the thesis is about finding the next partners, so the new distribution models, and also the platform enablers, so still on the platform, and having a positive impact, because on Cardiff side, the mission is to make insurance more accessible. But on the group side, it's also a big topic, and Andreas will come back on that. Last but not least, we talked about the labs we had at Investment and Protection Services. We had the first one at Cardiff level. We developed a digital twin last year, and we had this digital twin for Cardiff and then for wealth management, and now we are working on one that will involve all the business lines of investment and protection services. So basically very happy for this year. It's definitely a year of collaboration between the different business lines of the group around innovation.
Very good. And maybe just a follow-up question, Nathalie, what you presented, a couple of those elements were a clear path from last year or programs that you already had existed. I'm interested in the way that you define or measure the impact. You said that there is more focus on impact investment. How do you internally define and measure the impact?
So first on the impact of our projects. So we track, of course, the number of projects we do. We track the number of projects that go at the industrialization phase, because if we do only, proof of concept, then there's no impact on the market of what we do. So that's very important to do this kind of measurements. And as an example, for the worldwide acceleration program we have with Plug and Play, we measure 37% of the projects we do with them being at the production phase and industrialization phase. So that's very important. On the impact, more I would say the positive impact, how we measure the positive impact, it's very important to I will take one example for the insurance business line, and maybe Andreas will add another one. But we want to make insurance more accessible. So it means that, as an example, we should help the clients to better understand their gap in terms of protection, then to better understand what are the insurances they can choose and what are the best ones for them. So to do so, we try to invest in the best tech asset, I would say, for that, like the recommendation engines, such as the marketplaces. Last investment we did is in Indonesia. It's an investment in LifePal, which is a marketplace, an insurance marketplace. They have already 40 insurers in the platform, and in Indonesia, less than 2% of the population is insured. So there is room, to really better protect this population. So this is something we look at, the protection gap, and we try to focus where there is a big need. Of course, in Asia, it's a big focus for us, but also in Latin America. And we have invested, as an example, in Facili, which is a social commerce platform to try to bring e-commerce to people that don't have access to e-commerce, having very low prices and access with collective purchasing, like Pinduoduo in China did it before. So this is the way. When we say impact, it's really how to better protect the people, and how to be more inclusive also. And we did lots of investment on that. I gave this example, but I could talk about Quesky, Lana, Altebank, lots of investment we did on having a positive impact.
Very good. And along the same lines, Andreas, sustainability is a field that I think we mentioned last year was becoming more and more important. You put it in the top of the strategy and development, and looks like from your new role, or the other role that you have now in your profile, that has become really front and center what you do. So why don't you give us a little bit of an insights of your new role, and again, the role of sustainability in your overall plan?
Yeah, thank you very much, Marco. Indeed, sustainability more than ever is at the heart of BNP Paribas strategy. By the way, we started about 3 or 4 years ago, but now more than ever in our next strategic plan that is starting next year, 22 to 25, that will be really at the heart of what we're doing. Now, the beauty of sustainability is that you really have to work in an open innovation way. for financial institutions working about sustainability is working with different stakeholders, of course, clients, but also governments, ONGs, scientists, universities. So you really have to co-create all these good solutions that are the solutions for the future. So more than ever, we are using open innovation as a way to boost our sustainability strategy at BNP Paribas. So all the programs Nathalie mentioned before are including or embedding sustainability startups, companies, or projects. So let me give you a few examples. We have been working with startups in order to include a carbon footprint calculator for our retail clients around the world. We are using also startups in order to create new saving journeys for the future, how we're going to deal with savings going forward in order to have these savings reaching more positive objectives going forward. Regarding our startup accelerator programs, we are also including their startups because we want to test different areas where we believe there is a potential to do more. If we take our investment side, we have created a specific fund. Actually, it is a cooperation with Solar Impulse Foundation based in Switzerland. Basically, these foundation, we have been working with them for a few years, and they have seen the 1,000 startups or the main 1,000 startups, which through their action will have a positive action for transition, energy transition, low in carbon footprint in the future. And basically, we're creating a fund that will be investing in all these various startups, so that will boost and give much more power to all these startups to keep increasing and improving what they're doing going forward. Our fintech and insurtech investment programs as well have been investing in either energy related startups or in either social related startups, all of them being part of the programs. We have also been working on creating internal startups through our own programs. For instance, we have a program that is called People's Labs for Good. Basically, this is a program that powers initiatives coming from our own employees and looking for very specific positive points. So basically, we have been working more than ever on this program, and this have been even boosted following the COVID situation. And by the way, this program is now also a part of a larger program, which is called Entrepreneurs for Good, which is a coalition that we have created with two other corporates, Danone and Engie. So they are part of this group, which gives even more power because basically it allows to combine all the opportunities, all the capabilities that are through these various groups. Also, with other corporates, we have been working much more on our mobility solutions. Actually, smart mobility is combining, of course, what's happening on the car side, on industry side, but also on the financial side. And we have been boosting the Movie On initiative, by the way, that is becoming a stronger coalition together with the group Michelin here in France. So basically, what we are trying to do is embed all open innovation within our path into be a more sustainable, a more positive impact institution, corporation. And we believe that going forward, this is going to be even more important. Of course, working with academics, it has been key. So we launched a program with the Cambridge Institute of Sustainability Leadership, where again, our employees follow up some skilling, I would say even upskilling on sustainability related matters, and it finishes by the creation of internal projects, internal initiatives, or internal companies, always related with positive impact matters. So basically, it's the whole organization. We're embedding sustainability in all our products, in our solutions, in all our functions, and we will be working even more in the future on all these areas.
Wow. So it seems again that is a very wide range of activity, a portfolio approach. Again, even within the sustainability area, and is your role the one of coordinating all these different measures?
So basically, what the group is doing is we have three areas in our BNP Paribas group. One is retail, one is CIB, and one is investment and protection services. So there is one person heading each of them. And of course, there is a top of this. Our head of company engagement is Antoine Cyr, and he's giving power on this. But each of these poles has put sustainability at the heart of our strategy. So basically, is in our purpose, it's in our ambition, it's our strategy, and all business lines are really embedding sustainability in what you're doing. You even from the corporate and investment banking side through the products we're creating, on the retail banking side, on the way we are addressing actually our retail clients, and we're including also, as I mentioned before, mobility and savings, and of course on the investment side. For instance, sustainability and ESG related marks are at the heart of the strategy of any asset manager or any insurance company and real estate company. By the way, real estate is embedding all the sustainability matters on what we are building. And in order to do this, we have to do it in a very open way with all stakeholders of cities, because we are contributing on creating the smart cities of tomorrow.
And this is a trend that we're measuring from all the major, what we call the corporate startup stars, that there is a certain level of merger between the activities of sustainability and innovation within the companies, where the objectives are obviously slightly different, but I think the processes are very similar. And so in many companies, actually, there is a merger even of the professionals that are at the head of the two area. You know, some companies are called innovability,
Right.
even within the name. So it's definitely a macro trend that is happening.
Right. I do think, Marco, that for the whole innovation culture, we learned many methodologies and many ways of building solutions that were in a very open way, where we had to work with different stakeholders, different maturities, different kind of companies, startups, etc. All this knowledge, all these skills are more than ever key if you want to go ahead on the sustainability journey. So that's why I think both are coming very closely, very much together. Second reason is because when you are addressing sustainability matters, you are really addressing problems that are problems for everybody in the planet, either environment, either social, either local. And of course, because it's that urgent, in order to get there, you really have to work on an innovative way. Otherwise, we won't be able to go ahead. Again, if we don't combine all these skills, if we don't combine our capabilities, if we don't combine all the knowledge coming from different industries together, it will be very difficult to raise the challenge of what is happening to the planet and what is happening to society for the future. So basically, there are very good two combinations working with these two pieces. And going forward, I do agree. I do think that these two pieces will work more and more together.
Lastly, I think related to your last comment, I would like to hear a little bit more specifics in the area where you as a group are actively searching for solutions. The technology scouting, that is part of our report of this year, is also to be pretty precise in the area in innovation challenges that are becoming more and more important for the corporate startup stars. So I don't know if you can share some examples as detailed as you can.
Maybe
Nathalie, you want to start?
you can start. Yeah. We are a company working with lots of industries, you know, the retail, the bank for sure, the retail, the automotive, the utilities, etc. So I think one scouting angle is really to look at the future in this market, the future of retail, the future of mobility, the future of utilities. So I think this is clearly one scouting angle, and we can see that there is a blurring between industries. So now we we define more ecosystems, and we try to scout in the ecosystem we want to be part of, because we think that in the end, okay, we are a provider of products and services, but we are also an assembler of other products and services to serve an ecosystem and to have a bigger impact on the society. So I think that's definitely an angle for the scouting we do.
Good. Andreas, you have more
Yeah,
to
I
add?
will. Yes, I definitely agree with Nathalie that will be key for us in the future, all the ecosystem and platform area. Perhaps there are a few other areas which also are at the heart of what we're looking at. Of course, as usual, artificial intelligence. And we do see more and more artificial intelligence as a way to boost revenues, but also to get more efficient in what we're doing. Data, environment, robotics also is key on the of what we're looking at and how we can develop more. There are two other areas.
How would you integrate robotics in your industry?
Yes, so for us, robotics is about processes, how we can robotize processes on what we're doing and get a more lean and a better customer journey of what we're doing in our products and solutions. So that's the idea behind.
It's more like an automation of a processes,
right,
more than
right,
we work
physical
also on
robots.
the social robotics.
Yes.
So we work also on what will be the interactions between the robots and our employees or our clients. So as an example, we have a shared laboratory with Strat, a design school, and we work with other corporates such as Corian, SNCF, Frog, Spoon. We work all together to imagine what will be the place of the robotics in the interactions we have with humans. So of course, definitely Andreas is right. It's first it's automation, but there is also how it can improve the interactions and improve the well-being of people. So we can go also one step further.
Yeah.
Got it.
Other area, as Nathalie was mentioning about work, is the future of work. That is very important for us, for our real estate business. For instance, imagining after COVID, how will be work in the future, and how we can be part of creating this work in the future. So this is an area also where we are looking at what's happening. Actually, it goes even how we will be living in the future. During the last months, we launched the first digital co-living platform in Europe. So that was part of thinking about what we'll be living and how we'll be living tomorrow and what kind of solutions we will have for tomorrow. And of course, the last area is sustainability. And as I said, this goes even beyond banking and finance. We do work together with other players to find the best solutions. And what we are aiming to do, and we launched a group actually that is doing this in the group that is called the Low Carbon Transition Group, is helping and supporting our clients on their own transition for the future. So that's also an area, of course, you will need lots of innovation and areas where you have to make research and know more of what's happening going after.
Very good, Nathalie, Andreas. Thanks again for giving us a glimpse of what's happening in the ongoing open innovation activities at BNP Paribas. And good to talk to you again, and keep up with the great work that you're doing. See you soon.
Thank you.
Marco, thank you very much for the invitation, and all the best for you and for the event as well.
Always a pleasure. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.